What's up, losers? It's your fave, Alex the Great, aka Husk's Pretty Brown Peasant Dress. And today is our first ever over-analyzing video where we will be going over the Has-Been Hotel Season 2 teaser trailer, okay? So I'm about to turn this 38-second clip into a however long video. You see the timestamp, you know why you're here. So we're just gonna get right into this. I am watching this on 0.5 speed, half speed, just so I can take a moment and dive into all the little juicy details. When I tell you I have rewatched this teaser so many times, like that's how freaking starving I am for this new season. I'm so happy it's about to be here, y'all. So let's just get on right into it, guys, all right? We open up and we have the brand new hotel. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's luxurious. We saw it at the end of season 1, but this one seems to have a little extra, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that train track definitely wasn't there, and we're gonna get into the train tracks later. But it's giving, we haven't seen Lulu World yet, but it's giving that Lucifer had an idea and it's not being constructed very well compared to the rest of the hotel so far. But anyways, you zoom in, you see all the good juicy details. So it's an apple motif overall because hello, it's the Morning Stars. Duh. It's giving theater in the front, as did the original hotel, but that's, you know, that's Charlie's flair. The original hotel probably was a theater, but that's another topic for another day. So we have the hotel on one side. Let's start from the top. In the very middle, you have Kiki, the Kiki at the top. On one side, you have Lucifer's Apple Tower, and the other side, you have Alastor's Radio Tower. So the fact that both of them are like basically have penthouse suites on equal siding. Alastor think he equal to Lucifer, but clearly he's gonna find out real quick. I don't understand how he didn't find out last season, but I hope he gets checked real good in that regard in season 2. But moving on, then you see moving down towards the middle, we have Charlie's music notes going across, of course. We have on the left side, you can see the poker motif, that's Husk. And on the other side, you have the triple X with a heart, that's clearly Angel's motif. So, you know, Husker Dust Nation, stand up. And then going further down, we have the eyes on the left side of this tower is giving Pinchas. It also reminds me of the eyes that you see all over hell, but I'm pretty sure this is like an homage to Pinchas, right? And then down at the bottom left side, of course, you have the statue for Dazzle. May he rest in peace. Going back over to the left side, it's a giant ship. Now, who the boat represents, I don't know. I'm also seeing a lack of representation for Nifty. So if I'm missing something here, please let me know. Yeah, just let me know what y'all think about that. But the motif of the hotel is clear for the most part what represents who, right? So moving on, we see demons gathering around. They're coming to see the hotel finally because Charlie's a big deal. They defeated the Exorcist, you know, they've been all over the news, so people are here to see what's tea. So let's get into it. Let's see what's tea.
War is coming.
Another pause. Vaggie looks so cute with her ponytail. Oh my goodness. And poor Charlie, she's so stressed. I know that this is going to be a rough season for her. I'm pretty sure I heard Viv say, either she said it in a video or I read this in an article, but Viv did mention that in season 2, Charlie is going to make a lot of decisions that's going to upset us. So just keep that in mind, chat. Please don't. Charlie is the main character. She's going on a journey. She's not perfect, okay? Everyone has their character development. Hers is going to take the longest because, again, she's the main character, okay? So even if she pisses us off, in a way, in season 2, Let's not bash the girl too hard. Not too much on my princess. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Clock tower. Boom. It's been destroyed. Now, this gold beam coming up from the sky, clearly that's heaven magic. It has to be. I don't know who else would have done that. I wonder, I don't recall Lute having this kind of power. Like we saw Adam shooting beams, right? So I feel like maybe this is Sarah. Like this is giving high ranking power. Now, but, with that said, since Adam is dead, Lute is taking his position. So maybe she had a power upgrade with that promotion. So it could be Lute. It's either Lute or Sarah, I feel like. So we shall see. But actually, the more I think about it, it probably is Lute because Mama is pissed. Mama is going through it. Mama is about to like crumble right in front of us, and I can't wait to see the crash out. Okay, actually, I changed my mind. This is Lute. This is my new prediction. It's Lute. I had to talk it out. That's all. But yeah, the clock tower is dead. Ain't no exterminations once a year. Ain't no exterminations twice a year. It's whenever the fuck she feels like it. That's what is given to me. Okay, let's move on.
You're either with me.
Okay, so we got Val and Velvet. Vox slamming his hand on the table. He's being dramatic, whatever. When they looked at each other, I don't know what Vox was talking about, but they were looking at each other like, is he serious? Maybe this is him telling them like his plan for taking over hell and then, taking down heaven and whatnot. They're probably like, girl, are you serious? And he slams his hand on the table like, yes, girl, he is serious. With that said, I love Velvet's hair. I love her outfit. It's very boss lady. It's giving gaslight. It's giving gatekeep. It's giving girl boss. I just love Velvet, guys. And I'm going to speak on Velvet a little more later. In terms of like, I'm not going to spoil it. I have something to say, but I'm going to save that for later. Okay. So let's move on. The girls are shocked. Vox is telling them something. It's about to get real. Okay, so boom, right? Lucifer. Or is it? Because someone pointed this out. I hope I can find the diagram. If I do, I will post it here. But someone pointed out that this silhouette does not match the Lucifer that we know from season 1. So maybe there's something to that. Or maybe Lucy is just like half powered up right now. Like he's giving wings. Because he did pop out the wings for more than anything. But he was in a chill mode. He wasn't in like a angry fight mode. Here is giving angry fight mode, but it's not giving everything that he gave in the finale of season 1. Does that make sense? Like there are several elements missing. Yeah, I remember this. Someone pointing this out. And I was like, you're onto something, Pookie. You're onto something. So yeah, I have questions about our short king. If that's even him. It probably is, but I don't know. Something about this is off. I can't wait to find out. Okay, let's move on. So Charlie's looking up to the sky, and as she looks down, she's looking pensive. She's looking shocked. She's looking concerned. Look at the background. They are in the entertainment district. Obviously, you see the hearts, the dollar signs, the triple X's. They're in Vox's territory right now. So I don't know if the girls are fighting. I don't know if she's looking up at the blimp, okay? Because when it comes to those sneak peek pictures, this might be when she saw Vox's blimp for the first time, calling her a dictator. So, ooh, drama. Oh, we shall see. I don't know what she's looking at, but it's not good. It's not good. All right, here we go. Okay, this part right here. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, let me breathe. Because this is when the anxiety amped up. How many seconds are we in? 13 seconds in. Heart beating out my chest. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Because literally for months, I don't know if I've posted it so much like publicly on Blue Sky, but I know I've been talking about it on Discord and multiple servers for months. How I wanted more angst in season 2, how I wanted Angel to just be going through it. Like I knew that the Vees was going to be the main villain, so I was like, I need Angel to go through it. I need to see the drama. I need the angst. I need to be upset. And then I get one frame. I get, or however many frames this 1 second is. And my heart beating out my chest. I'm upset. I'm over here just like, no, not Angel. I'm a hypocrite, chat. I love angst. And then as soon as it's given to me, I fumble. Like I fold. I don't understand what's wrong with me. But literally, even in slow-mo, I'm just looking at his little one tear and how upset he is. And Vox holding his eyes open. I don't like that. People think that he's hypnotizing him, but Angel would have to be facing him. Unless this is like some kind of weird dream sequence or is a robot Vox or something. I don't know. But he's making Angel look at something he don't want to see, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So. All right. Let's keep moving. Very next frame, we're looking at Alastor. It's obviously Alastor because you see the monocle. I don't know why people thought it was Angel when they saw this frame, but okay. The monocle's right there, and his eyes are red. That's Alastor. Alastor is looking at Vox up. Is looking like he's looking up. So Vox is up doing something, and Alastor's eyes get wide. Shit's about to go down. Oh, snap. Okay. Don't forget, chat. Complicated and sad.
Before I forget, I wanted to ask, and you don't have to answer if you can't. How would you describe Alastor and Vox's relationship in 2 to 3 years? Yes, Vegas thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Complicated.
Number 2,
and
with your name. Number 1,
sad.
The girls who get it, and the ones who don't have not been paying attention. All right.
Hell will rise!
All right, hell will rise. Resist. All right, let's talk about this frame right here. Because this reminded me of Lilith, and it activated a theory in my head, okay? So hear me out, chat. This frame right here looks very similar to the vibes that Lilith was giving at the beginning of Has Been Season 1 when Charlie was doing her story time, right? Lilith is the OG Resist Heaven girly. She is the OG, like, revolutionary. And Heaven wasn't with that shit, and that's how we ended up with the exterminations, right? Vox is giving off that energy big time right here. My theory is, and this is specifically, I'm using that word wrong on purpose, guys. Don't drag me. This is specifically because we do not know who Lilith's voice actor is yet. We literally got 4 more voice actors, and none of them are for Lilith. And we were to assume that Lilith was showing up in season 2 based on how season 1 ended. But here's my theory, chat. Lilith is not going to speak a single word in season 2. We're not going to hear from her until season 3. If we hear from her, it's going to be like a surprise at the end of season 2, but I don't even think we're going to hear from her at all. We might see her moving in the shadows or something, like, or we might see like a hint that she was in a place, but she's left already. We might see clues of Lilith's presence, but I don't think that we're going to visually see her do much, and she's definitely not going to speak. Because she is behind the scenes putting a battery in Vox's back. Okay? He is the one who is fixated on taking down that hotel. And old girl Lute told Lilith that she need to go get Charlie in check to stop whatever she got going on. And I just feel like, I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but in my head it makes sense. I think that Lilith is doing stuff behind the scenes to take Charlie down, but she can't do it directly because she's her mother. Like, maybe Lilith does still love and care about Charlie, so she's got to do things covertly. Also, Lucifer's back in the picture, so like it would be too much for her to do it straight up. I think she's putting a battery in Vox's back, maybe literally and figuratively, and giving him all the tools that he needs to do what he wants to do, right? Additionally, his beef with Alastor is going to come into that, obviously. We're clearly going to get more into that relationship between the two. We're obviously getting an Alastor backstory, all that good stuff. That's what we've been told, right? It's already heavily theorized, popular theory that Alastor is owned by Lilith because they've been gone for the same amount of time from hell. And you know what? You know, the 7 years and whatnot. So there's a connection with all of this. And I think that ultimately Lilith is the one pulling the puppet strings. I wouldn't even be surprised if it came out that Lilith not only owns Alastor's soul, but maybe she owns Vox's too. Maybe she's just playing the long game with some of these overlords. I don't know. But we shall see. All I know is that this frame alone gave me Lilith. And that's when the wheels started turning. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Am I crazy? Am I onto something? Is it giving? Like, I deadass don't think we're going to hear her voice until season 3. And another reason why I think that is because clearly we're going to be getting into Angel's family dynamics in season 3. And I think maybe that could be an overall theme or one of the, not the number one story maybe, but a very relevant theme in season 3 is family. So we're clearly getting Angels, definitely. We know that. So Charlie's family situation is probably going to come up more in season 3 as well. And that's when Lilith can make her debut. That's what I'm thinking. So that's where I'm at with that. That's my Lilith theory. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, moving on. New World Order is insane work. Okay. Anyway, so we got Lute diving into an office space. Some people said that this was the Heaven Embassy, but I don't know about that because if you look over to the right, there is Adam's guitar. I think that's the one from Hell is Forever because he had a different one during the final battle, which was probably in that second guitar case. I'm going off of memory right now. I'm going to go back and look and see if I'm correct about that when I edit this.
Hey y'all, it's editing Alex. I was completely wrong. So the guitar that we see in this screenshot is actually from the final battle. The actual guitar from Hell is Forever looks like this one. I don't know why that one's missing from the case. I would assume it would have been the other way around, but hey, there's a missing guitar. Maybe that'll get explained at some point. Does Abel have it? Who knows? But this axe that we see right here is from the actual final battle. So long story short, this is still Adam's office. It's not the Heaven Embassy. Okay, let's keep going.
But this is not the Heaven Embassy. This is heaven. This is Adam's old office. And I think Lute destroyed that home. Like, she just went off. She's just not having a good time. She's mourning and she has no way to cope healthily at all. So, yeah. Now, the next frame is Lute with a brand new badass arm. It even has a halo around it. What? This is probably her back in hell doing... Maybe she went rogue. I don't know. You don't see any other exorcists with her. Maybe she went rogue. Maybe she lost her mind. Maybe she's not having it no more. We shall see. She's not the main villain of this season. So whatever she decides to do is probably going to be taken down pretty quickly. That's my opinion. So we'll see. Like in season 1, the same way that Adam and them was the main villain and the Vees was like a side note, I think it's flipped now. The Vees will be the main villain and Lute will be a side note. Still an antagonist, but a side note. So let's move on.
So be ready for some...
Okay, bitch. Now this frame right here, let's talk about it. So Alastor, he's obviously fighting. Clearly he's fighting, right? Again, tentacles. He's looking up. The tentacles are going up. Vox is up there somewhere. I think he's fighting Vox. He's going up. It's up and it's stuck, right? They're clearly in the entertainment district. That's like without question. Some small things to note. They fixed Alastor's skin tone. They didn't have to, in my opinion. You can be light skinned and mixed, but you know, that's another topic for another day. Actually, I'm gonna touch on a little bit. I feel like I need to make a separate video about this, but they so-called fixed Alastor's skin tone, but they did not fix Velvet's. And I feel feelings about that. So if you want a separate video on that topic, please let me know, because I could talk about that by itself for quite a while. So anyways, let's get back to in the actual details of this frame, right? So Alastor's staff still bent and broken, which I thought was so funny because I actually noticed that in the sneak peek images that we got a little while ago when he was sitting on the couch drinking tea and like clearly beefing with Lucifer. The girls be arguing, you know, sometimes your parents argue, but they love each other. It's fine, Charlie. Your dads will be fine. Anyways, so the staff is still broken. We know that a lot of his power comes from that staff, and I think that he's going to be somewhat weaker of a fighter this season, because ultimately we know that Alastor and Vox are two sides of the same coin. They're pretty much equally matched. In whatever fight they had in the past, it was a big deal, and Vox almost beat Alastor. Alastor almost beat Vox. We don't know the actual details of that. Maybe we'll get more details of that in season 2, but ultimately, power-wise, they are equally matched, right? But with the damage to this staff, I think that Alastor is going to be a little weaker this season. Hey, Editing Alex here. So there's one thing that I forgot to expand on when I was talking about Alastor's power and his microphone being damaged. I think that is going to be very significant this season, because even in this small moment of seeing him fight, he does not look the same as when we see him fight in certain scenes in season 1. His eyes have not changed color. His body has not gotten bigger. Like, he is not showing any level of strength or power here the same way that he did in season 1. And the damage to the microphone, I also feel like, is a direct tie to him possibly being owned by Lilith. Like, we know Lilith is a voice, and voices sing through microphones. Did Lilith give him this microphone? Is some of his power derived from her? What kind of deal did they make? I don't know. Just a thought that I meant to mention earlier, but I forgot. So yeah, just throwing that in here as well. And I don't think I'm far off, because if you look in the middle of Alastor's chest, there's a little extra spot of red right there. Is that a new wound? Is that an opening wound from getting slashed by Adam with his guitar? Because that's clearly a holy weapon. So pretty positive those don't really heal for real. So them stitches might have broke girly. I don't know. So either that's a new wound or that's an old wound that got opened up from during this fight. We shall see. But yeah, Alastor's looking a little manic in the eye, a little manic in the smile. He's not doing great, girlies. I'm so sorry. He's not doing great. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Y'all don't care. This is the moment I was waiting for. My Husker Dust crumb. Gagged and gooped, honey. I'm still speechless just looking at this. Again, why are there train tracks? Where did these come from? What's with the train tracks? I don't understand. But ultimately, Husk got put in the dress and tied to the train tracks like a damsel in distress. And though I am scared, I love that for me. It's like how cute he is. He got eyeliner and all, everything. That's baby girl. Angel is slaying in the cowboy outfit. He is, again, in distress, because if this show does nothing else, it will never give Angel Dust happiness. And that's why we're here. So Angel gets to save Husk, which I appreciate, because it's very stereotypical to make Husk save Angel, okay? The feminine one doesn't always have to be saved by the masculine one. It could be the other way around, okay? I don't know what's happening here. I assume that this is like a finale situation. But shit's gonna go crazy all season long, so this might not even be the finale. We might get something even worse. Who knows? But what I do know is that the Husker is dusting, and I'm here for it, and I have anxiety. But also, there's more damage to the hotel. We just built this hoe. Like, come on. Messing with my construction. Do we have this in the budget? Golly. Anyways, moving on. Next frame, also gagged and goop. So first of all, Velvet looks hot. I love the bang. I love the outfit. She's showing a little bit more skin, even though she still has the her Hot Topic sleeves on. But I just want her to show a little bit more skin. I just want to see one doll joint. Like, can I get one doll joint? She's wearing a crop top, so maybe in a different angle, we could see a doll joint on her stomach. I don't know. The shorts could be high waist. So we shall see later on. But the Overlord power level up, I'm here for the reveal of more powers, because we know that she can change the clothes with like a snap of her finger or whatnot, but what are her fighting capabilities, you know? So the arrows, I like. The bow and the arrows, I like a lot. Katniss is shaking. Merida is shaking. The other girls could never. She's an archer. She's a diva. She's a stylist. She's that girl. She's a scientist too. Like, Velvet is that bitch. And I don't think y'all give her enough credit for being that bitch. I don't care if she's evil. My fave can be evil. I don't want her to be a good person. I don't even want her to be redeemed. I actually want her to branch out and be better than the other boys. I want her to be a solo act. She don't need to be with the Vees. She is that girl, and I want her to branch out. So take Vox down so she can be that girl by herself. Thank you. Okay. We're moving on. Boom. Okay. This next frame, I already knew as soon as I saw it. I said, oh, bitch, Cherry's getting a song. We're here. We love to see it. I was excited. Then I had heard, I don't know if there's an official source for this, so don't quote me because I didn't see it from an official source. I just heard people talking about it, that Cherry and Pinches are going to have a duet, like a interdimensional duet. And I like that. That's cute. I'm here for that. Cherry Snake Nation stand up her. So if it is a duet, that would be really cute. But she's belting. It's giving a very good, it's giving ballad. I hope it has like a 80s rock and roll, like, what's the word? Synth? If that's not the correct word, please don't drag me. But I just wanted to have like a good like 80s music vibe to it. That's what I'm hoping for. So anyways, Miss Cherry Bomb, let's move on. Boom, next frame. Speaking of Cherry, let's talk about the snake. So Pinches, again, he's right here, and he has this little cannon blaster from the pilot. I think that's what this is. But anyways, these are not his heaven colors. And so I'm thinking it's a flashback. I know I heard at least one person say that they thought he got sent back to hell, but no, I think this is just simply a flashback. And maybe it'll be like part of the montage in terms of like, you know, their duet that they're supposedly having. So it could just be a flashback. Because again, this little device he has in his hand is from the pilot. And in the pilot, he was fighting Cherry and then Angel joined in. So maybe that's what that is. No biggie. All right. So then we got Nifty. And Nifty has a knife with blood on it. So she's stabbing somebody. From this angle, the Hell Moon and the Heaven Portal look mad close together, right? Now, they always are like near each other in the sky, kind of, sort of, whatever. But I don't know, this angle, they just look super close. So it honestly could just be this angle. It could be positioned the same. Heaven might not have come any closer to Hell. It's a very interesting visual, I will say that. But anyways, Nifty is in the fight. Maybe she's helping Alastor. She's got this manic look on her face. She's having a great time. We love that for the doll. I hope she gets to kill somebody again because she deserves that. That's all I have for her. I'm excited for her song.
Can I say something about season 2? Yeah. Okay. During the pandemic, it was very much like I was just in my home studio, crouched, singing my one singing line for the show, and then a bunch of choral stuff. But I was really excited to go in for season 2 because my song is 200 beats per minute, really insane. And Andrew's singing on it is hilarious. Honestly, he did it better than me. I don't know how he learned the song. It's so insane. It's a very athletic song. So I was very grateful to not be like crouched over. I was like, full bodied, doing it.
Shout out to Kamiko. That's going to be fun because it's going to be like super fast, which makes sense. So I'm excited for her song.
Breaking news.
All right. Breaking news from the crackhead himself. Vox is cracked. And when you really slow down, those last couple of frames before it went to the title, those V's, there was a dark V and then a flash like of a light V. And putting it in the shape of a V, genius 10 out of 10 animation. But it was a cracked screen. Like, it was showing you that something inside his head has cracked. And obviously it has, because I don't care if you are an overlord, you are just like literally a human soul. What in the world makes you think that you could take down heaven? It must be crack. It has to be. So yeah, girl. Then we get right back into the OG title card. It does his little glitch thing, and it turns into the new one for season 2. Genius animation. And let's get into the title card change, right? So at the very top, you have your Vox logo in the middle. You have your Vox eye in the key. Okay, Q. You see Valentino's smoky hearts going off to the sides. And then you have these symbols right here, which originally I thought was like Baxter's fins. I was like, oh, Baxter's a spy for them. I knew it because Vox be having, the little sea creatures working for him. And don't get me wrong, it don't mean Baxter not a spy for them, okay? But he also could just be an innocent dude like Angel who's just trying to get free. Who knows? But anyways, this is not Baxter. That's actually Velvet. You can see on her phone case, and then her actual phone case down to the bottom left. And then on the bottom right, you see Valentino's wings. Now, what I will say is that it was very diabolical for you guys to put Valentino's wings over the spot that used to be for Husk. His cards were right there. His cards and Nifty's needle was on that side. So it's very, very diabolical that you would put Valentino's wings over top Husk's cards. I feel attacked. And for that, I say thank you, because that was genius. Period. They also put Valentino's smoke hearts where Alastor's antlers used to be. So it's like, we know Vox got a thing for Alastor. So, put Valentino in that spot instead. Also genius. Like, I just feel like, little wins. Maybe it was a convenient spot, or maybe it was genius and it was on purpose. I'm going to go with the latter because I really like this writing team and this design team. So anyways, so we got our new logo. This was the preview that we got forever ago. Was this San Diego Comic-Con? I believe so. And then October 29, baby. Can't come sooner. Yay! Charlie, my beloved, goodness gracious. So they're clearly back at the news station with Katie Killjoy. Nifty, the filthy janitor, killed Adam, so she's probably real famous now. I don't know what story she was telling for her to be making this face right now, but she's looking manic as hell. And Charlie's crying because she probably was talking about how Pinches died. We know that she's going to be going through it behind Pinches before they find out that, her plan worked and he made it to heaven.
Pinches was an inventor. That's so cool. I bet you're just like him.
If you're referring to that pompous snake, I'd like it known I am nothing like his.
Hey, everyone, meet Pinches.
Baxter.
Baxter. And you're here to be redeemed. Baxter. Sorry. Baxter.
Mama's going to be mourning, and I feel bad for her starting out. So, prayers up for the princess, y'all. But that's it, ho. We did it. We made it. That's the end, chat, of my little analysis. Thank you for sitting here. The video was only 38 seconds long, and I've been talking for basically half an hour. This is insane. But if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of this, more is coming. It's coming very soon, as quickly as I can with all that I have to do. Make sure you are subscribing and you hit the bell for notifications so you know every time I upload. Share with your friends. Let the girls know that we are out here. And thanks for tuning into the Helliverse. I'm going to be doing some Hell of a Boss things soon as well. But my main focus is to get more has-been stuff out first, because there's a few things I want to say before the new season drops. When the new season drops for both shows, I will be doing reactions on this channel. And then after the reactions, we're going to go in and hyper-analyze everything we saw. Okay? So it's going to be fun. I hope you guys enjoy what you saw so far. And drop a comment below of anything specific you're looking for from this channel, because I'm very open to suggestions. I have a lot planned, but if you have an idea that I didn't even think of, I will happily make that content for you. So just let me know below, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye, losers.